Hey guys, what's up? It's me again. There are some movies which gets to you and you get captivated by them. Actually I watch a lot of movies, but I review only a selected and few of them, or I talk about only a few of them. But there are some movies which you watch and you just get captivated and you get fascinated by them and you keep on thinking about them. Every year I come across some kind of these special movies. Like, I think they have some kind of captivating or elusive magic around them. I want to talk about one such movie. It's called Nocturnal Animals. It came in 2016 and it is directed by Tom Ford. Tom Ford is actually basically a fashion designer, but he has directed two movies in his life. First is A Single Man and second is Nocturnal Animals. It is based on the book which is written by Austin Wright, and the book came way back in 1994, and it stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Amy Adams, Michael Shannon, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Isla Fisher. So basically, Nocturnal Animals, starting about story. The story is basically, it's a two parallel world going on. First is the real world and second is the fictitious world. So it is the story of a woman of Amy Adams. Like, she's an art gallery owner, an exquisite art gallery owner, super talented, and she's living with her second husband, which is played by Armie Hammer, and they seem kind of like really distant and really apart from each other. And her ex-husband was Jake Gyllenhaal, and her husband sent her a manuscript of a book, his book, which is called Nocturnal Animals, and he dedicate this book to Amy Adams' character, which is Sarah. So when her husband is off for a business trip, Sarah is completely all alone in the weekend, and she start reading this book. As she go on with the content of the book is really very horrifying and disturbing. When the movie unfolds, like, it's a movie, it's a story in a story, it's a movie in a movie, and when the book incident starts, I start recalling movies like The Last House on the Left, and things kind of get creepy, and you meet Aaron Taylor-Joy. He is playing he's playing a psycho wacko guy, and he is like chasing people on the highway and kidnapping them and doing bad stuff with them. So it's the story of Jake Gyllenhaal, who is moving on the highway with his daughter India and his wife, which is played by Isla Fisher. They are going somewhere, but these loose people, they come and bump into them, and they get into a car accident and they involve in a brawl, leaving in Jake Gyllenhaal, the fictitious character, leaving him on the streets and taking his wife and kid to somewhere else. Finds out that his wife and kid is no more. So Jake takes the help of Michael Shannon. He plays the cop, who is the cop of that area, and they delve into it and they solve this case, and they find out the bad guys who did it, and they try to seek justice, And in the real world, Amy's character, that is Sarah's character, her life goes into the flashback where she discovers her relationship with her first husband, which is also played by Jake Gyllenhaal, where he was an aspiring writer. He was a writer and aspiring writer, and she was she wanted to be a passionate artist. So they got into marriage very soon, but her mother was really skeptical about that because she was not sure about him as a husband, because she think that he's less driven and he make less money. But still Amy tried to convince her mom and try to goes against her, but still their marriage does not work out, and Amy moves on with Armie Hammer. He's playing Arnold's character, and so her life is also in the present time is not going on very well. When she completes her novel, she tried to contact Jake, telling him that she wants to meet him in order to discuss about his work. But they both agree to meet, but still Jake Gyllenhaal never came to the restaurant where they will be sitting together or will be talking about him. He never appears and the movie ends. This was a basically plot of the movie, but I want to tell you that this is one of the most beautiful movies that I've ever seen. It is so captivating. Everyone was so good in it. Be it Jake Gyllenhaal or be it Amy Adams, Michael Shannon, Aaron Taylor-Joy. He was so creepy in this movie, and Michael Shannon was playing the best. He was playing the cop, and I have also loved in the Shape of Water movie. You know, truly appreciated his work. And the chemist Jake Gyllenhaal was the best in work. I think whatever he does an awesome job. In this movie, he was also there. So in this movie, his work is also very awesome. Gina Malone also plays a very special role of an art gallery worker. And this movie is highly artistic, you know, be it the location wise, be it the board meeting rooms, or be it the wall. Everything was very artistic, and it is very captivating movie, and it is very fun to watch. And at the same time, it's very deep and it's very philosophical too, because it talks about deep stuff. It talks about materialistic things, and it talks about love, regret, you know, decisions, and it talks about passion. It talks about drive, whether you have to have the drive to it or not. It talks about the wrong decision taken, or the road which should have not been crossed, the line which should have not been crossed, or the road which should not have been taken. So I really like kind of get captivated by these movies which are like very style over substance, but this was style with substance, you know, like movies like Neon Demon, like the movies kind of Nicholas Winding Refn makes. So I really get fascinated by these kind of movies because they are, first of all, visually very stunning. They have a women character, like a very strong women character, a strong women centric movie, because these movies plays with the plays and goes on with the perspective of women. There are very few movies that do justice, you know, like very few women-centric movies that come everywhere, and so these are one of them movies. So that's why these kind of movies are really special. They have a message. They talk about life. They talk about deep life philosophy. They are stylish. They are glamorous, and they talk about deep stuff. You know, the things you questions about in life. You know, you seek answers everywhere in books or with the gurus, with the teachers, with the seekers, with the spiritual guru. You seek answers. So I like these kind of deep stuff, and I always look out for these deep stuff movies, you know, that will help you to reflect over and think in deep detail what's happening around you and what's happening, you know, that gives a kind of deep perspective about life. It was really a mesmerizing, and it was worth watch, and it was scary into some scenes, but still it was a very light-hearted that talk about life and everything. I really loved this movie, and I really enjoyed this movie, and so that's why I wanted to talk about this thing. Thank you guys, take care, lots of love, and please subscribe.